bright skybouncers.
Good morning, happy Kwanzaa, and welcome to another episode of the Successfully Failing podcast brought to you by Inbeon Studios and Fueled Magazine. And guess what, ladies and gents? I am not naked right now, nor am I in my underwear. I'm fully clothed, actually in a full coat and hat, and I'm going to put my gloves on because I'm dying. But in all seriousness, we have good old Nick. He's back. Yay, Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you.
You're not going to wish everybody a happy Kwanzaa and whatnot?
Happy Merry New Year.
Fist up.
Hakuna Matata, all that shit.
You go, these nuts. Happy
Yeah.
Crumpus.
Yeah. Happy Kwanzaa and
Hairy nuts.
Yom Kippur and all that kafkadash.
So, Nick, where you been?
I've been hiding.
Hiding? Word.
Yeah.
Turn up.
Al Qaeda tried to make me join them. So I've been hiding. Thank you.
No, seriously, what you been up to, man? It's been a while since you've been on the show, man.
Been in Maryland. Then I came back. Celebrated my daughter's 4th birthday.
Oh, shit, I didn't know it was her
Thank
birthday.
you.
Happy birthday, man.
Well, it was actually on the 6th.
She's turning into a grown man.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but I didn't even know it was her birthday. Real talk.
Her birthday's on the 6th. Thank you. But we celebrated early because we're Jewish.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You took the words right out your mouth. Well, happy birthday, Mini Pak Pak Way.
Yeah, Mini Pak Pak Way. There you go. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. How is it down there, man? I've never been in Maryland. Is it ghetto or is it just is it
I mean,
like
it has its ghetto parts, but...
the area you stay by? Is it like
Oh, no.
relatively...
That shit is as white as it is, quiet as can be.
So we could walk over there with no shoes on
Yeah.
and leave your doors open?
You can leave your door open, you leave your car unlocked, all
What's
that.
up?
That's the good
Windows
shit.
down.
Yeah, windows down, everything. You gotta have $500 on the dashboard.
Woo.
It'll still be there.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Turn up.
Fuck it.
Oh, that's good to know. I mean, yeah. I've been to Baltimore, so that is Maryland, but it's
Yeah.
not. Baltimore is weird. It's like in the city, it's like one block you're in like normal city, then like another block down, you're like, you could get robbed.
Yeah, that's it. Bad ghetto over there.
Like you got mad homeless people. This dude, it was so funny because we was down there and this dude asked us for change or money or whatever. And he asked for a specific amount and we didn't have it. Or we just said we didn't. And he got mad. He's like, you guys don't have this and then. I'm like, yo, man. I didn't know Coke cost $24.50.
Fucking ungrateful bums.
Oh man. And the rappers out there, they're way less aggressive than they are down here. Like, they're really cool. Like, they actually, they give you your Facebook information because you say, I can't buy the album right now. I don't got cash out me or whatever. And they're like, oh, you got Facebook? You can check out my shit there. I'm like, all right, cool.
These fucking Brooklyn Sunset cocksuckers.
They do that shit where they put the
You put the CD in your
their
pocket.
hands.
Yeah, they put it in your pocket. They sneak it. Yo, your mama, yo, fam. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you gonna buy my shit? You got it in your pocket already. You just give me the money. Fuck out of here.
That shit gets me mad. See, that's why I wear my Dre Beats headphones. I just keep it moving.
Yo,
since I've got those headphones, I avoided so much shit, man.
Oh man.
All those people trying to push equal rights and animal things and whatnot. I'm all for that, but they asking for some crazy money. That's cool though. At least it's nice to know you're not going to the ghetto.
Oh man.
You got to go see your kid in Brownsville or something like that.
Oh hell no. Nope. I ain't trying to get killed.
Yeah, so we got to see Star Wars together.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it took a long time to actually get you to watch it, but
Okay, I saw it.
yeah. What you think?
It's very nice. I enjoyed it.
Very nice, thank you.
It was very nice, funny, very nice, thank you, and overall, great.
Yeah, you should say thank you to J.J. Abrams.
I want to say thank you to J.J. Abrams and the whole Star Wars team. Thank you. I love everybody.
Yeah, it was fun. I seen it 3 times already.
Damn.
Like a boss. Saw it the first day it came out, saw it with you, and then I saw it with my brother. And I loved it more and more and more and more and more. It's crazy. The movie is already worldwide is at 1.5 billion. That's crazy. I just hope it beats Avatar, man. It definitely will.
Avatar.
Fucking corny ass blue people movie.
Fucking Smurfs.
Word. Smurfs in real life.
Fucking whack.
That was like the Twilight version of the Smurfs. Yeah, but it's crazy. I'm happy it's making that kind of money. It needs about 8 million more to beat Avatar in America, in domestically in America.
Oh, America.
America, and then worldwide total it needs 1.2 billion, and in about 2 or 3 weeks it's already made 1.7 billion or 1.2 billion or something like that. So
wow.
it's turning up. So that's good to know.
Wow.
Very nice, thank you. And I think it's really cool that they actually managed to keep. There's like they keep the spoilers out of everything. Like I played the Disney Infinity game. Well, I didn't play it. My brother played it, and he was telling me that there's a certain thing that happens in the movie that they don't even show that in the Disney Infinity game, which I thought was pretty cool because I thought they would have ruined it. So that's nice to know that they're treating it like Secret Service and shit, like the government, FBI, CIA shit, Men in Black.
There you go. Okay.
And that's good though. So it's nice to see them doing that. Hopefully other movies follow suit, because it sucks when you watch the trailer and you see everything and whatnot. And yeah. So how was your Christmas, man? I know you were here, right?
Whack.
It was
Whack.
very boring.
Yep, boring ass.
Oh, tell them about the Merry Christmas you got.
Merry Christmas.
The Merry Christmas Chris bought you.
Merry Christmas. Chris Roman got me Ichigo
Ichi
pop.
Stop.
Ichi Hogan pop. And I gave him a hug, but he kicked me in the nuts.
That's fucked up.
I know, it's very nice, but I still love him. Right,
Yeah,
Chris?
word. Got some cool things. My mom went all out with the Star Wars stuff. She even gift wrapped everything in Star Wars. The little things. It was pretty cool. I got myself the Kylo Ren helmet.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Very nice.
Oh, you didn't see it yet?
I saw the picture.
It's right here.
Nice. Oh, Kylo Hogan.
Matter of fact, let's take it out right now so you can see it.
Yeah, let's take it out so all our viewers can see it.
Yeah, there you go. We're unboxing it on a podcast.
Yeah, no, there it is.
Oh, you see it, right? It's so beautiful and shiny and chrome. Feel the front part, though. It's like super heavy. The back is cheap as hell, but
It's authentic.
yeah, very nice, right?
It's very nice.
Can you try it on?
Hell no. It won't fit.
You are your own Kylo Ren helmet.
Yeah, there you go. I got Kylo real helmet.
Yeah, I went through fucking hell to get this shit though. I had to go to like 2 GameStops and yeah. But it was worth it though. That I wore it around the house, around my mom's house for a little while. Shit hurt my nose because it's so heavy, but it was all good. So shout out to Moises and Ken, and who else got the helmet? And somebody else got the helmet. Oh, and John. Everybody who got the Kylo Ren helmet. Yeah, it's awesome. We should all go out one day and wear it.
Yeah.
We're like the Knights of Kylo Ren. Just because.
Then you get tasered.
Yeah, word. Actually, a pretty cool idea. A bunch of Kylo Rens, and then somebody dresses up as a Darth Vader, and all the Kylo Rens fangirl out and shit. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, Christmas was. I mean, it's unfortunate that Christmas for Nick was boring, but I guess you made up for it when you went to see your daughter, right?
Nope.
Nope, still boring.
Yeah, she's boring. Nah, I'm just kidding.
She don't turn up.
Fuck all y'all, man. Nah, but seriously, she was very nice. She always turns up. Always.
I have yet to meet the little girl.
She never turns down.
She'll probably look at me. She can be like, "Who's this clown?"
You met her that one time, but she was sleeping in the stroller.
Oh yeah. When she came down, yeah.
She was like that. She's like, I don't got time for this.
She was like Chris.
She was like, yeah. She turned down like Chris. She just fell asleep.
Yeah, I forgot about that one time, but that don't count because she was sleeping.
Yeah, she was sleeping. She was tired.
Yeah, tired. Turn up. But yeah, that's cool though. It's always nice to have somebody,
Yep.
Me and Chris got to go to my mom's house, hang out with Jason and whatnot. Thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, we took Jason to see Star Wars. Jason and Anthony took them to see Star Wars. They both loved it. It's nice to see Jason being as into it as we are, for the most part. It's always good to see that different generation actually appreciate the awesomeness that is Star Wars. So, yeah, it was cool. And, yeah, getting into something real quick, I'm going to keep this quick because I know Nick has no knowledge of this.
Absolutely none.
But the NFL Week 17 wrapped up. And my good old Giants, they lost their game, but that's okay. Tom Coughlin he resigned today Um, yeah, pretty interesting tenure as the Giants head coach. Those of you who follow the Giants know that he's brought us to two Super Bowls. Um, we've had some up and down seasons for the most part. This year alone, I was watching the game. They said we have 21 people on injury reserve, the most in the NFL. 21 players, and a lot of those guys are key dudes like Victor Cruz, um, JPP at one point, um, a bunch of other dudes, and Beeson. Beeson is on the IR. So and since 2012, we've led the NFL in the amount of injuries. So it's kind of hard to win games when key players are going out. So, but despite that, even as bad of a season as we had, pretty much all our losses except for like two were all close games. So that was cool. I mean, we didn't win them, but now they're the hunt for the next head coach. Now, I personally think they're gonna go hire from within, and either hire McAdoo or Spagnuolo. But I just saw a report saying that Sean Payton is actually interested, and that might be an interesting thing. But I'm not really gonna get into any of that till we actually sign somebody or names get officially thrown into the mix. Because right now this is just early speculation. So, thank you, Tom, and good luck in your future endeavors. You're probably not listening to this podcast, but hey, I figure I'd give you a shout out anyways. Or there you go. But yeah, and it sucks because just to bring up a couple more points. Eli Manning. I mean, for the exception of like a couple of games where he had like 3 interceptions, I think it was like 2 games. But with the exception of those games, he's had one of his best careers as a quarterback. Not really turning the ball over for the most part. But again, when you're injury riddled throughout the season, it's kind of hard to maintain that consistency. Like you can have you look at a quarterback like Derek Carr who has monster numbers, but his team is just barely winning games. So yeah, it's hard to get recognized and whatnot. But yeah, that's that for the NFL. Sloppy ass podcast coverage. But yeah, so 2015 just wrapped up. We are now in 2016. New year, new me. Hashtag turn up. Let's go to the gym after this, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Join in the Royal Rumble. That is your local gym. But yeah, 2015. I mean, I don't know about you, Nick, but for me, it was crazy year. From things like Chicago to Special Edition to being asked to join Inbeon Studios and Warp Tour and going to Baltimore and a bunch of those things. And it's been pretty fun, man. Chicago in itself was one hell of an experience. I mean, me, my brother, we went out with John and Holly and Jesus, took a road trip out there just to partake in C2E2, Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. We're just there as a fan, selling art and whatnot, but it was fun. We got to enjoy what sights Chicago has. Very beautiful city. Also, it's funny because on our way over there, we got detoured into Gary, Indiana, the murder capital of the United States.
Oh.
So yeah, that was fun. Thankfully, it was like maybe 7, 8 in the morning or something like that. So all the gangsters are getting ready to go to sleep and whatnot. It looked like a fucking nuke town. That shit was crazy. And yeah, it was really scary, but thankfully we went there in the morning and not at night because you definitely would not be seeing me or hearing from me because we'd be dead. But yeah, thank you GPS for that. But outside of that, it was great. C2E2 was awesome. A lot of cool people out there. It definitely felt like it had the look and feel of New York, but it was much more laid back. Like people over there are chill. They're not dickheads like we are over here. I got to meet Scotty Young. That was very awesome. We got to meet Jason Momoa. We got to meet CM Punk. That was so cool. Yeah, good thing Chris didn't say anything about AJ Lee because he would have gave me. But yeah, he was really cool, man. He just as sarcastic as he is, on TV. But it wasn't a bad thing. You don't really take that as him being an asshole. It's just and being sarcastic, and he was awesome. He was cool. I forgot what it was. We said something to him, and I forgot what it was. It's been such a long time, but yeah, we were able to, have a little conversation with him and whatnot. But it was cool. Jason Momoa was also cool, big as hell. Um, I got paint on his jacket, and I remember him saying "fucking Joker," and I thought that was awesome. He didn't say it like he was mad. It was just like and that was cool. He was super cool. And yeah, that was it. Um, I don't think we. No, I don't. Oh yeah, I met Booker T. That was awesome as hell, man. He was cool, and we met Jerry the King, and Jerry the King was. I mean, he even let us come behind the table and everything. We were telling him how everybody back here is into wrestling and this and that, and they're gonna be jealous. And he was asking us where we're from, and he actually knew where Brooklyn, where Sunset was. I was like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, so I don't know. I think he knows somebody out in like Bay Ridge or something like that, or Bensonhurst. Yeah, he knows Nick. There you go.
Ah,
But yeah, that was cool. And then we got to go to the Sears Tower. It was a little cool story. Went up there. I still have my Joker stuff on, and this chick who worked there, she apparently is a big comic book fan. So she allowed us to take pictures in that thing that they have like a professional photographer or at least a professional camera, and they take pictures in that thing where you like it's like a little glass extension, and you're like looking down, so like you could see the whole city from that one little box thing. So we got those pictures. It was like 25 to I think $25 each for free. So that was cool. I wish I remembered her name. I would give her a shout out, but again, she's probably not. She's not even listening
she's
anyway.
listening
So
right now.
no, imagine. But no, it was really cool though. That was a nice experience. The food in Chicago was dope. Deep dish is exactly what they claim it to be. Is pretty good. Yeah, Chicago was awesome. We got to see Wrigley Field. We passed by Soldier Field. Passed by forget what the White Sox field is. Passed by that. Yeah, hopefully next time we go out there, maybe we get to catch like a Chicago Bulls game if they're in the playoffs or something like that. That's probably gonna be impossible. But anyways, yeah. So that's that. Then fast forward, it's a special edition, and Nick actually got to partake in this.
I did?
Yeah, you did.
I
You were just
forgot.
standing there the whole time.
Yeah, I forgot. I don't know what happened. What happened? I don't remember.
Mad Vahina,
Oh, yeah.
the Harley Quinn. Remember that?
Yeah, that was
Oh, nice. Thank you.
very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, and you got to come to more of these conventions, man. Like especially the big ones. Like if you came to New York Comic Con, I think you'd die. So much Vahina everywhere.
Everywhere. Just
Like yip 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 yip. It's like my dog when she goes outside. She's like yip 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 yip. Yeah, so the special edition was cool. I actually had a table again for the second year in a row. It's always fun. It's cool doing that local show because it's big and everybody's there. The Long Island shows are good. They're a lot smaller, but when you do a show in the city, it's better because everybody comes. So people from Connecticut, people from Long Island, people from Connecticut, people from Jersey. It's easier for them to make it to the city. So it's nice to see all the faces there. A lot of friends and family pop up. We always have some cool table neighbors. Yeah, it's always fun meeting new people and just enduring what is a New York convention. Definitely hope I get the spot next year. That should be fun. And then Warped Tour was another event. Yeah, Nick, you gotta come to these things, man. Like I'm telling you, I always invite you and you make up some gay ass excuse.
no,
Yep.
I'm always dying.
No, you're always working.
Yeah, thank
Go
you.
take a day off. Fuck it.
Nope.
Dude, I'm telling you, you come to these things, you'd be like throwing up your signs. You never came to a concert with me, did you?
Nope.
You're missing out, bro.
Yep.
Yep. Very nice. Got to see bands like Beartooth. Always awesome. They always kill it. Where you going? Nick is running away.
No, I'm not. Thank you.
Yeah, Beartooth. Got to see Crossfaith again, Japanese band, awesome as hell. Got to see 68 again. It was actually cool because Josh, he pointed at him and he pointed back at me. That's always cool. It's like, yeah, I see you. Silverstein, that's the second time I saw them. They were dope as hell, as always. Hands Like Houses, got to see them again. I'm pretty sure I saw a couple other bands, but those are like the highlights. I know I saw We Came as Roman, but I was a little far in the back. Just it was one of those last sets, so I just relaxed or whatever. Um, oh, nothing important. But yeah, that Warped Tour is always fun. It's pretty cool running into people that you've seen last year, and that being that I go dressed up as the Joker, like I see people one year, see them again, end up seeing those same people at Warped Tour. So that's pretty cool. Like they actually remember me. I mean, shouldn't be hard, but yeah. So Warped Tour it's always a highlight of my year. Nice to just go out there and it's amazing how many bands you can actually take in one day. Like you think that you go to the show and you're not gonna get to see all the bands that you want to. I mean, naturally you're gonna miss one, two, three of them, depending because sometimes the schedules conflict. But for the most part, especially the year before, dude, I got to see like 10 plus bands in the whole day, and that was cool. Um, but yeah, Warped Tour is always fun, and I definitely can't wait to go next year. Hopefully, sometime in the future, my band will actually be able to perform at Warped Tour, and that's one thing I'm really looking forward to. So hopefully, with the podcast and the art, everything opens up doors, and it frees up time for me to actually sit down and get this band thing going, because that's something that anybody who knows me knows how dear that is to me, and how much I want to get that jumping and whatnot. And then so that was Warped Tour. Oh, it's pretty cool too. We were when we were going to Warped Tour, we get there early and everything, and some random kids they just yelled out Joker, and I'm like okay, so they started talking to me. Next thing you know, they was like, oh, can we take a picture? I was like yeah, and then they was like, oh yeah, well, you hang out with us here. I was like okay, so we went from possibly being like, I mean hours, not hours, but like an hour or two in the back of the line, to like being very close to the front. So that's always cool. Um, and then the next event was it was actually Eternal Con. No, special Eternal Con was after Special Edition, but uh, to digress a little bit, that's where I got introduced to Eric and Will and everybody else at Inbeon, and then that just became like an adventure in itself. Now, going back to Inbeon and Comic Bar Con. So the first event was Comic Bar Con, and this is something that Ryan Brown put me onto, and it is exactly what it sounds like, a con at a bar. So yeah, you get the bands, you get music, you get beer, whatever food is at the bar, and you get art and comics and stuff like that. So it's exactly what it sounds like, and it was really fun as hell. Um, got to meet guys like Timothy and his band Alien, Native Alien Tribe, sorry. And I mean, I spoke about them in prior podcasts, and they were just awesome as hell. Very cool people. Um, and it's nice how this convention really brought two worlds together, for the most part. And then yeah, I got to meet Jason Koza, and he's also in what is it, 485, and he he's a portrait artist and he draws some sick shit. So I got to meet him and a bunch of other dudes, and then that was just an awesome event. Like I said, the food was great too. It was at the Nutty Irishman in Farmingdale, and their food was just awesome. So then after that was Inbeon Con, and Inbeon Con is something that the guys at Inbeon Studios created. I've mentioned this before. It's a convention for artists by artists, and it's a very laid back, chill environment. Different types of artists there, different type of art mediums, and it was shortly after Inbeon. I think it was I want to say a week after that. Eric and Garrett both spoke to me and asked me if I wanted to be part of Inbeon Studios, and then like I said, everything just went like crazy from there. Like I started doing like a billion cons. I think I did 7 conventions, whether they were big or small. Even got a small spot at New York Comic Con, which was awesome. And yeah, it's really cool. meeting these guys and seeing how supportive and awesome they are. You know, not only artists but just awesome people. You know, you have guys like Eric and his wife Farah. They pretty much organize all the shows and everything. They are just two of the most coolest people out there. Very helpful in every sense of the word. Um, and you know they're always supportive. Then you have Garrett, who it was funny when I thought he was actually Will, and I had met Will, but it was like a quick 1 2 3 thing. I think that was at Eternal Con. Then at Comic Bar Con, I was talking to Garrett, thinking he was Will, but in turn he was Garrett. Yeah, so Garrett, he's another one, just very supportive, very energetic, really brings shows to life. Um, and it's pretty cool to see these guys like actually see something in me to where they want to bring me in and put me down as a part of the studio, and I thought that was cool. And then you have Lawrence, who is another one who I just met a couple months ago, and again he's been super supportive, super cool. Um, we don't talk as much as I would like to, but when we do talk, you know, there's always a connection there. You know, he's definitely one of the closer friends I have. It's nice to know that we can actually talk about things spanning from, you know, the everyday problems to just art stuff or motivation and things like that. So it's pretty cool to have a friend like that. And of course, Will, who actually really got to meet at the second Inbeon Con, and me and him always having conversations about Star Wars and Star Wars, the Clone Wars series and all that. And I definitely want to kick it with you and actually sit down and have an in-depth conversation because you know a lot more than I do about the Star Wars universe, and it'd be nice to pick your brain. So we definitely got to get you on here. But yeah, shout out to everybody at Inbeon, all those who I didn't mention, the whole Inbeon studio in general. Um, it's been a crazy couple months, and the next couple of years to come are going to be awesome. And then, to make this short, the last big event was New York Comic Con, 2015, and yeah, like I mentioned before, I had um, in Beyond they had a booth or whatever, and they actually gave me and a couple other artists like what they called like a spotlight or whatever, and it was a couple hours each day, and in which like we would be at the table. We'd get like a nice little section if people wanted commissions from us and whatnot. We'd go about that, do signings and all that. So it was pretty cool. Um, I'm amazed at the amount of people that actually showed up, even if it wasn't at that block. The whole weekend, people showed up and actually purchased some of my stuff, and not only my stuff, but the other guys at Inbeon art too. So that was pretty cool. It's awesome to see support from people, even if you actually didn't get to see them there. Just knowing that they were there, all of them sending me pictures and tagging me in the stuff they bought and whatnot. And then always a pleasure seeing the hundreds and hundreds of friends there. It's crazy how many people you don't get to run into because it's just so crazy. How many people you run into by accident. How many people you haven't seen in years and you're like, holy shit, what are you doing here? That's always a fun event. It would be nice if like you'd actually get to hang out with these people, but everybody's doing their own thing, and a lot of my friends they're like super cosplayers, so they're over there doing their photo shoots for hours on end, and I'm over there talking to my friends and buying stuff and looking at art and whatnot, and that's always cool. And couple guys that really stand out is my homie Chris Uminga and everybody else at Station, Matthew Fletcher, Billy Fowler, Chrissy Zulo. It's always fun running into you guys and seeing the new stuff that you have, and actually having conversations. As hectic as it is, you guys actually take the time out to converse with us and treat us as friends and not just people that are there, and that's always cool. And as the months went by, me and Chris have had a lot more conversations about things, and he's one guy that I really want to get on the show because we have a lot of shit to talk about, especially Star Wars, but a lot of shit to talk about. But it's nice to see you guys at Station really killing it. The artwork is amazing. All my friends out there that are listening, you guys should really check them out. Chris Uminga, Matthew Fletcher, Chrissy Zulo. and Billy Fowler. Their artwork, they all have different styles, and they're all just sick at what they do. I've brought this up before. Me, Nick, and Chris, we all have Uminga tattoos, which is pretty funny because you got something to say?
No.
No? Very nice. I thought you was gonna say something.
Yeah, I lost it though. Lost it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so it's pretty funny how I remember getting a tattoo of Uminga's Joker and then going to my first Comic-Con and passing by his table and saying, holy shit, that art looks familiar. And then, going into the talking to him from there and then blah, blah, blah. And the rest is history. And then another awesome friend of mine, amazing artist, Edwin Hong. I'm always bringing his name up. But, yeah, he's... It's always nice seeing him at New York Comic Con. Like, we actually got a chance to sit back and actually talk and chill at Inbeon Winter. But anytime we do get to run into each other at New York Comic Con, at least he takes the time to sit there and, say what's up and actually see how we're doing and shit. Also, Brian Turner. It's nice to see him actually reaching out to me and whatnot. And also, even awesomer to see him actually doing the things he's doing with the being on the storyboard team of Spectacular Spider-Man and whatnot. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see your friends and fellow artists just going the route they're going and making their dreams come true. And another huge shout out to one of my good friends who I made. I became friends with him. My first special edition, excuse me. And some of you may know him, some of you may not. He goes by the name of Alessandro Vitti. He's an Italian artist. He's done work for Red Lantern in the DC Comics. He had a run with Charles Soule. And yeah, we made a... he was my table mate at my first special edition, which was nerve-wracking because it was him and then it was Ed McGuinness. And when I saw that, having no prints, having no banner, I pretty much shit my pants. But to see how welcoming they were, especially Alessandro, like he brought his daughter there, and I remember seeing his daughter drawing. So I asked him if it would be okay for his daughter to draw me something. So he asked her, and she said okay, and he asked what did I want to draw, and I said Spider-Man. So she went off and drew me a Spider-Man. So in turn, I gave her a Wonder Woman piece of mine. And then she went and redrew that. And she was like 4 years old or something like that, 4 or 5 years old. And she redrew that and then gave it to me. I thought that was pretty cool. Then I had this picture of Medusa from Inhumans. And I asked him if she would want to draw that, seeing that she already drew one of my pieces. And he actually bought the piece off me. And I wasn't asking him to buy it. I was just asking him if she wanted to draw it. And yeah, so he bought it off of me. And he actually, the next day, bought a couple of pieces that she wanted for me. And he even asked me to commission his rendition of the Kyle Rayner Red Lantern. And that was pretty cool. So, and then from that moment on, he was just as cool as... he was just like a regular friend right there, He wasn't just a guy who I bought art from. He actually would reach out to me. I remember before the following New York Comic Con, he tagged me in a comment saying, can't wait to see you, and a couple other people at New York Comic Con. And it's always cool. I wish I spoke more Italian, just because I know he has sort of a language barrier. Like, he could speak good English, but you could tell he's kind of uncomfortable. And I know if I could speak Italian, it would be crazy, because we'd be hanging out all the time. But, yeah, he's really cool. So shout out to Alessandro, man. I hope everything's going well with the art. I hope everything's going well with your family. Hope your daughter and your sons are doing well. And can't wait to run into you again. Hopefully, I can make it to Chicago and I see you there. If not, definitely New York Comic Con. So yeah, that is a wrap for New York Comic Con, everything 2015. I feel like this is a one-sided podcast because Nick is just here sexting on his phone because he wasn't able to partake in any of these adventures, but it's his own fault because I've invited him time and time again.
No, I'm poor.
Nope.
I'm poor, and I don't deserve to be around people that draw awesome.
Nope.
Thank
you
you.
draw awesome.
No, I don't.
I still got that D-Long put away.
Nah,
Watch where you're going, you fool.
I don't know who
Very,
drew that.
very
That
nice.
wasn't me.
Thank you. Very nice.
Wasn't me. Sorry.
All right, so you know what? On to a topic that I'm pretty sure you can talk about. 2015
Oh God.
had, you know what? To me, it wasn't a big movie year. Excuse me. There are some movies that I haven't got to see. I just recently saw Kingsman. Very nice, thank you. That definitely
Very nice movie.
is going to change my top 5 list. But give me your top 5 movies. It doesn't have to be in any particular order, but give me your top 5 movies of 2015. It could be big movies, independent movies,
Jesus
whatever you saw.
Christ, I don't even remember half of them, but
We already know it was number 1.
2015, number 5. Shit. What the hell did I see in 2015? I saw a bunch of shit. Not really a lot of shit. Just I'm lying. Damn, I'm trying to remember what movies I saw. In the movie theater, actually.
Even if you saw it at home, if as long as it came out 2015.
What did I see? But damn, I can't count that. That shit was whack.
What?
Insidious 3, that shit was whack.
Oh, yuck.
That shit was corny. Like the first one better. The third one was whack. All right, number 5. Movie Goosebumps. Goosebumps is pretty nice.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that movie. Was it really good?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was entertaining. Jack Black was, Jack Black, but overall it was a pretty entertaining movie. So let's say that would be number 5 for me. Number four, wow. Yeah, I'm not gay by saying this, but, Pan was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it was bad, but, I mean, to each his own,
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't give a shit.
Very nice.
I like that. I don't give a shit.
2016 New Year.
Yeah, turn it up. Flying boats. They actually, not the only reason, but one of the reasons why I liked it, because in the beginning, they were...
they sang Nirvana, right?
Yeah.
Batima.
At first, I didn't notice. I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, wait a minute. And I started singing along, and I was like, oh, shit. Very nice. Thank you. So, yeah, pretty much that scene right there saved the movie. Because other than that, I wouldn't have liked it.
Okay.
Man, fuck it. Star Wars is number 1. That's all that matters. Star Wars, number 1. Fuck whatever else I saw. Cause I don't
Wait,
remember.
you're forgetting one movie.
What movie?
You
What, Emmanuel?
No. No. You're forgetting one movie.
What movie?
What was one of the most awesome movies before we saw Star Wars?
Star Wars. Great. Here we go. Oh yeah. Mad Max, right there. Mad Max number 2.
Very nice. So that's it. You only got 3 or
Yeah.
4. Whatever.
I don't remember what else I saw because I don't go to the movies because I'm lame. Nobody wants to go with me.
Man, that's another thing. I always invite you. No, actually, you do come to the movies with us. That's like the only thing you do.
Yeah, I'll come through.
Yeah, I didn't see that many movies. There's been movies that I wanted to see. Like, I still haven't seen The Martian.
Oh yeah, that movie's good. Very nice. Oh yeah. That movie's good. Yeah.
You want to start over again, man?
Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
So you said Goosebumps, Pan.
No, fuck Pan.
Okay, Goosebumps, Mad Max, Star Wars, Martian.
Yeah, Martian.
Okay, well, I'm gonna name movies and then you know what? You do your list after I do mine.
Yeah.
All right, so I haven't seen Black Mass, I haven't seen Martian, I haven't seen Sicario, I haven't seen Straight Outta Compton yet, I haven't seen that movie Dope. I finally saw Kingsman, and there's another movie that I haven't seen in 2015 that, whatever. But anyway, so what I did see, now that I saw Kingsman, my list is revised a little bit. So I will put Ant-Man at number 5. Ant-Man was number 4, but
Ant-Man was pretty good.
there you go. So you got your top 5 now. You got your top 5. So your top 5 is Goosebumps, Ant-Man, Martian, Mad Max, Star Wars.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
There you go. Very nice. That's a good list. Much better than your other Quack list.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, I haven't seen Goosebumps either. I haven't seen Good Dinosaur. I haven't seen Inside Out. My friends Batiman bought the movie on Black Friday. I told him to come through, watch the movie with us, and he didn't want to watch it with us. Batiman. But anyways, yeah, so my top 5 is Ant-Man is number 5. I really thought it was very much like Iron Man, but I'm not gonna nitpick. It was like Iron Man in the sense that like we have this suit and the villain was out to get the suit. So the villain steals the suit. The villain's part of the same corporation that he is in or whatever.
Yep.
But it was overall, it was fun. I really liked the way they played with the I gotta take my coat off. It's hot in here. Um, I like the way they played with the whole him going in and out of his ant mode or whatever, shrinking and whatnot. Thought that was cool. That was a pretty nice effect. It was funny. I thought this dude Michael Pena was a little too much. It was kind of like that look at me, I'm funny kind of comedy, but he did have his moments though. Paul Rudd was awesome. Um, and what's his name? It's Michael Douglas, right?
Yeah.
Michael Douglas, he was cool. The girl, I forgot her name. She was awesome.
She was very nice.
She was sexy. And I do like the scene where him and where Ant-Man and Falcon get into it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Very
And
nice.
then the post-credit scene, which was dope. But so that was my number 5. Number 4 is Kingsman. And everybody was telling me about how awesome it was, and finally got a chance to see it. It took me actually almost 3 times to watch it this weekend, because we was watching it one day, and I think this dude was turned up, or I was tired. No, I was tired. That's what it was, because I took medicine, and yeah, that. But I finally got around to seeing it this past weekend. Thought it was awesome. Same director, Matthew Vaughn. Same director. He directed Kick-Ass. He directed X-Men First Class. So you kind of know what you're getting into, and this movie definitely had that Kick-Ass, over-the-top action feel. But Mark Millar, the same guy who wrote Kick-Ass, so anytime Matthew Vaughn is doing a Mark Millar movie, it's gonna be crazy. But the action sequences was cool. The story was really good. It was a fun movie. I really like those. It's not a superhero movie, but it is based off of a comic graphic novel. But I like seeing stuff like that just kind of gives you an edgy, in your face, not giving a fuck kind of movie. So I thought it was awesome. I really loved Samuel L. Jackson, like his plot. I loved how he was he couldn't see blood.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, like when he killed this dude at the end of the movie, and and the girl was like, she was awesome. Like when she goes, what do you think it's gonna be like?
Oh, Tink Tink, yeah. Tink.
That's her name?
Yeah, no, that's what I call her, because she had those metal legs.
Yeah, he was like, he almost threw up and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then at the end he threw up.
Yeah,
But he got stabbed.
Yeah.
But
Good
yeah,
old Samuel.
It was awesome. I really hope to see more movies from Matthew Vaughn and whatnot, because he really knows how to direct these graphic novel movies. So number 3 is It Follows. A lot of people probably won't like this movie. I thought it was a very good horror movie. It wasn't necessarily scary, but there were some creepy ass parts. It was kind of like The Babadook, where it was just a good movie overall. Like it did have creepy parts in it, and I felt it wasn't afraid to be its own movie. And this is one thing that I rate, like the movies of the year. Like I really look to see what movie's not afraid to be its own movie. There are too many times we get that shit where everybody jumps in that Hollywood cliche shit where it's got to be a forced love story or typical. It's like the same premise over and over again. But I thought it was creepy. I thought it was cool. The soundtrack for that movie was off the chain. Like I actually downloaded it before I saw the movie. Well, I bought it before I saw the movie, and it's by a band called Disaster Piece, and they actually made another countdown on my list. They made another countdown list or whatever. But yeah, It Follows was pretty awesome. I mean, it was creepy. It was cool. It was fun. It was different. Now number 2, this was my number 1 throughout the whole entire year. But my number 2 right now, because of a certain movie, is Mad Max Fury Road. Now, I was just talking about before how it's one of those movies that is not afraid to be itself. I mean, we have the same writer, director, creator bringing the movie back. So you have George Miller bringing back his Mad Max. So it's not just another person doing it. You have Tom Hardy, Charlize Theron, and the original villain from the first movie. I forget his name. Is it Toe Killer or something like that? He the guy that plays him is the guy that plays Immortan Joe in Fury Road, and I thought it was cool to actually have him come back in some way, shape, or form instead of just bringing in the same character, because it's been like God knows how many years. I think it's been 20, 30 years after the movie. I don't know if it takes place in direct. Oh no, actually no. Sorry, it takes place shortly after the last Mad Max. But anyways, I thought it was awesome. The action sequences were crazy. The fact that most of it was shot, it was actually like shot as in things were actually happening. CG was, there was CG where needed to be, but there were cars getting blown up, people actually dangling on those giant pogo stick things
Yeah,
and shit like that. And this dude, I forget his name, the guy that played Beast, his name was Nux in the movie. He was fucking awesome. But and then it was cool to see all the cosplay people dressed up as war boys and war girls. Thought that was cool. Um, and then so that's number two. And not to mention that had one of the most killer soundtracks of the year as well. And number one, if you guys didn't know what this was gonna be, then you guys are really stupid. But it's Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I mean, I spoke about it plenty of times before. I don't need to really say why it's my favorite movie of the year, but it was something that any true Star Wars fan was waiting for. I'm really getting tired of those people nitpicking because these people sound really stupid for the most part. Not you, Will, but there's a lot of people that they're over there complaining about things that really shouldn't be complained about. Like, you talk about plot holes. What movie doesn't have a plot hole? But yet, Iron Man 3 was called the best Iron Man movie ever, and Iron Man 3 was garbage. So, I mean, you guys, some of you people complained about the prequels. You got a top-notch Star Wars movie, and you're complaining about it. Like, if you guys can really direct a better movie, then I'd like to see you try. But, yeah, that's my number one. Now, I have a couple disappointments. Do you have any disappointments of the year?
My life is a disappointment.
No, a movie.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was just movies. Can't think of any right now, but I'm sure I can think of some for the next time or something like that.
So no disappointments.
No.
So anything you saw, you was thoroughly. Jurassic World, you liked?
That's very nice, Jurassic World. Until Chris ruined the part with the T-Rex. Because I had no idea what the hell's going on, but Chris ruined it right in the middle of the movie. So thank you, Chris.
Oh, and before I go into my disappointments of the year, Rogue Nation, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, I thought that was actually, it was actually on my top 5 until I saw Kingsman. But it was a really good movie. It was fun. It wasn't the best movie ever, but it was definitely fun. Now, my biggest disappointments of the year, I want to say Age of Ultron, but it's not really a disappointment. And I keep talking shit about the movie, and it was a really good movie for the most part. But I keep talking about my gripes with Ultron and how it's called the Age of Ultron, but you don't really feel his grasp on the world, and he was like way too human-y. But I kind of have to watch the movie again, so I've only seen it once, and I'm over here talking shit about it, but I should really watch it again before I get into anything else about that. But my gripes are still my gripes. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie, but when you compare it to like villains like Star Wars and Mad Max and you get Ultron, who's supposed to be an artificial intelligence. He's a robot. He really has no emotion, and he's talking about leave me alone. Nah, that shit don't work. Jurassic World, in my opinion, was a disappointment. Now, it wasn't a horrible movie. It wasn't really bad either. It was just that, like, you set up this dinosaur to be sort of like the Predator, where he's hunting people, he's hunting other animals, he's a monster. But then you turn it into kind of a kiddie-ish movie, and it's like, you don't have to be all gory and R-rated with it, but it's Jurassic Park. I mean, the movie's about them running from a monster. Like, let it be that, you know. You can have elements of you can make it kid-friendly, but make it to where it's true to its, I don't know, like, true to its roots. Like, the first Jurassic Park, I'm pretty sure kids were scared of it, but it's still one of the most successful, I guess you call it science fiction movies out there.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, and 007 Spectre, this is another movie that wasn't bad. My biggest thing was that Christoph Waltz, you would think that his character would be a lot more in depth and a lot more menacing, and you didn't really feel that. And it sucks because it seems to be kind of the same situation that Quantum of Solace is in, where Casino Royale was sick, then Quantum of Solace kind of fell victim of the writer's strike, so you kind of got a lackluster performance from the villains. It was just really an action piece, and that's kind of what you got here. But it wasn't a bad movie, but I was really looking forward to this movie, and it kind of was like, ah. But yeah, those are my disappointments. And is there anything else? Nope. Like I said, I haven't seen enough movies to really get too deep into that. And it sucks. So this year, I definitely got to make it my thing to go to the movies
Yes.
as much. So we got Hateful Eight coming out. Well, it's out already.
Been out.
Yeah, we got to see that. That movie, the Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo Hogan.
Yeah, we got to see that.
Very nice.
And then there's that movie. I don't think you really want to see this, but I could probably wait for this too. What's that movie? The fuck.
Babadook.
Yeah, the movie with the Big Short with Steve Carell and whatnot. That's like a
I
whatever.
don't know. Thank you.
It's not something that I'm really going crazy for, but I do want to see it. So I'll definitely be seeing that like on Netflix or something like that. But yeah, so we got to make it our thing to play more video games and watch more movies this year. Now top 5 albums. Have you really listened to a lot of music this year or no?
No. I listen to the same shit over and over and go over again.
So your album of the year I already know is 21 Pilots, right?
That's right. I love those guys.
Yeah, they're on my list.
Thank you.
I actually have a top 5. This is another year where I didn't listen to as much music as I usually do. I mean, I did listen to a good amount, but I have a top 5. Now, my top 5 is, we start out with an album I just heard by this band called The Plot and You, and the album's called Happiness and Self-Destruction. I've been sort of a fan of theirs for a while. I like some of their songs, not all of them. I mean, not that I don't like all their songs, there was some songs where I thought were really cool, and I guess I haven't listened to them enough, but I've been hearing about this album for a while, I sort of following the release, and got a chance to listen to it the other day, and like last week, and I've been listening to that for the most part. It's a really good album. It's a nice mix of heavy, deep lyrics, and yeah, the instruments are always off the chain. The vocals, I forget his name, but he has a nice range of, like, he doesn't sing as much, but he does sing. He has a lot of like different tones of screaming, and you could really see the emotion in that. Now, my number 4 is the It Follows original soundtrack. I was just talking about it before. Love the movie. I love the score. The score was so 80s, and this band is called Disaster Piece, and they actually make a lot of, I guess, MIDI, 8-bit, 16-bit kind of music. I got a chance to hear a couple of their tracks, and it's pretty cool. Then number 3 is the Mad Max Fury Road original soundtrack. Junkie XL. He totally destroyed this thing. I actually listen to the soundtrack while I'm playing the Mad Max video game, or even sometimes while I'm playing GTA. I just think it's a fun and intense. It really captures the emotion of the movie. Number 2 is Blurry Face by 21 Pilots. Now, me and Nick, really big fans of these guys. Definitely, what was you telling them last time? They gotta come to Barclays Center, right?
Barclays. Some place close. Terminal 5, Terminal Cancer, whatever.
So just come over to Nick's house.
Yeah. Or just block off 4th Avenue and just have a concert there.
There you go. The album is really good. It's one of those albums, the more you listen to it, the more you enjoy it. They're definitely a one-of-a-kind band. Yeah, I've never got a chance to see them live either, but like the last album they had, Vessel, was really good, and this one was just like, it was them, but it was definitely different, and I like that when bands or artists can be themselves, but change it up to where it's like genuine. Yeah, so that's good. I mean, they're always getting sold out, so it's really hard to see them. So one day.
One day.
And then my number 1 album of the year is an EP, and it's the Space EP by The Devil Wears Prada. Now, they put out an EP a couple years ago called Zombie EP, and if you guys haven't heard it, I know most of my friends do know of it. And that Zombie EP was just intense, in your face, and it made you feel like you were in a zombie apocalypse, and it was really cool. Like, you could play it with like Left 4 Dead or something like that, and it makes the game a lot more awesome. So they dropped the Space EP. They're back with Rise Records. I don't know if it's a temporary thing or whatnot, but it again, you really feel like you're in space, and it's a very deep, emotional. There's some heavy. There's a little bit calmer stuff, not as intense as Zombie, but it's still intense in an emotional standpoint, where like you have songs like Planet A, where it's talking about a girl who dreamed of being a space pilot and how she's in space and she kind of gets trapped out there. Then you have a song like Asteroid, where they're talking about, you know, an asteroid hitting Earth, and how um you know how pretty much everything is gonna come to an end. And they say there's a line where they go, think of what is it? Damn, something about think of how we once fought, think of what could have been, or something like that. And it's just cool because like you really see, like you really feel like if an asteroid was coming to Earth, like all the animosity you had towards people that shouldn't have been there, and you regret it now, and it was really cool. Um, and then they got that line where they say, "Think of best friends, think of strangers, think of lovers, think of foes, think of children, think of family, think of what might could have been." I think that was the line, but it's just like it's so cool, and it really captivates you, and it puts you in that situation, and that's what you want to hear in music. Not everything, like the shit that's out now, it's horrible. You listen to Future, and people are just jamming to that shit like it. Dude, it doesn't even sound like he's speaking English. Like it's this dude pulled a Game of Thrones and made his own language. It's just like I seriously, like anytime if I ever hear somebody that Jumpman song, holy shit, Jumpman, Jumpman, Jumpman. These dudes sound like retards and people like it. And it's
yeah, people be bumping that shit.
I remember maybe 10 years ago. No, not even 10 years
man.
ago. What is it? 2016 now, right? Yeah, 2003, 2004, 2005. About 10 years ago, when you had that one or two artists that like put out that shitty ass music. You know, like you had the Yin Yang Twins and Lil Jon. Yeah, but they stood to their section of the country, and they made their southern music, and people liked it there. But you know, it was like whatever. But now it's just garbage
Garbage everywhere.
everywhere. Like Drake
Oh god.
and the thing that gets me about him is the dude can rap. He has potential, but he wastes his. I mean, I've heard his stuff before he signed to Young Money, and he was fairly listenable. Like it was kind of like listening to J. Cole, but now it's just like he just the shit he says. What the fuck did he say? He said something about Matumbo, the bitches, you get rejected. I'm like, oh. I thought Lil Wayne like had the world's most stupidest line when he said, "You think your ish don't stink? Well, you are Mrs. Pu." He said that in the song.
Oh my god, my head hurts.
Dude, I remember hearing
Oh my
that,
God.
and that was on the Kanye West 808 and Heartbreaks album, and I liked that album.
Oh my
But
god.
that one line, like he was so like energetic and like trying to yell and scream for no reason. I'm like, dude, stop your shit. And yeah, we have yeah, that's the bullshit. But had a couple of honorable mentions. Silverstein, I Am Alive, and Everything I Touch. I really like that album. Um, Mind Games by Palisades. Tetsuo and Youth by Lupe Fiasco. Um, wasn't a bad album at all. Not my favorite Lupe Fiasco album, but he definitely does Lupe Fiasco things on there. Instant Gratification, Dance Gavin Dance. I just started listening to them this year, and they're a different band, but they're pretty cool. And then Enter Shikari with Minesweep. Again, this wasn't my top Enter Shikari album, and maybe I should listen to it more. But anything they put out, I'm all ears whenever they drop an album. They always give you just energetic, meaningful music, and I've seen them live about 3 or 4 times, and every time it's like it's an adventure. So yeah, that is so far my recap for the year. I feel like this has been so sloppy. I feel like if I listen to this podcast, I'm gonna be like, ah. So dude, what's up with the girls, man? How the girls treating you?
They treating me like a paper bag drifting through the wind.
Do you have any things you want to do this year? I'm not gonna call New Year's resolutions, but are there any things this year and going forward that you want to accomplish, like going places, or you know, whether it be concerts, conventions, or you know, anything in particular? Like what's in store?
I want to have more kids. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I want to draw better, get more. Well, actually, not draw better. Well, yeah, draw better, but learn how to, color shade more so the drawing looks more better. Um, yeah, just go out and see shit, see different stuff, visit different cities, states, whatever you want to call it. You know, go to concerts. So,
Well, I don't want to hear you say nope when I ask you.
we get.
I invite you to all these crazy things, and you're like,
well, I'm free because I got new job or somewhat.
but I let you know ahead of time. I don't
But,
tell
but
you
yeah,
like
but,
that
but
week.
this time is different.
Yeah, let's make stuff happen, man. Let's do things this year, cause like yeah, it's like I started this podcast so late in the year, and then I realized shit. If it wasn't for Star Wars, I'd probably have nothing to talk about. Cause like 90% of this podcast has been Star Wars, and that's weird because usually I have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Like I think last 2014, I'm pretty sure I went to the movie theaters about 20 times. I'm pretty sure because like, what came out 2014? We had Captain America, Spider-Man, X-Men,
Turn up in the movies.
yeah, Transformers, which was a piece of garbage. Yeah, there was a lot of movies, whether it was big or small. Like we went, Guardians of the Galaxy. There was a lot of movies that I went to go see that year, and this year it's just like, I don't know. I got so lazy and tired, and I guess with all the conventions and the way I put my money together, but yeah, definitely going forward, I want to make it a year like how it used to be, where now I have the conventions in the mix, which is pretty cool, and that's always an experience. But I want to get back into playing video games, because video games have been, yeah, I think last year I can't even do a top video game countdown because I think I played. Nick, how many new? Well, you play a lot of video games when you go to Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah, you get to try out all the new shit.
I got to try the new shit.
But I think the only, aside from sports games, the only new game I played was Rock Band, Mad Max, and the Borderlands pre-sequel, but that technically was out the year before. They just remade it for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But I haven't played Metal Gear. I haven't played Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, I got to try Metal Gear. I haven't played it yet. Not really. I never got into playing Metal Gear, but apparently the newest one out there is very nice.
Yeah, I haven't played that.
So,
I haven't played. I didn't play Dying Light. No, that came out last year. But fuck that game.
Dying Light. I think I played that. I don't know.
I mean, it looks cool, but it's just like everybody was like, I hate when a game comes out and everybody's just on it for no reason. Like people are still playing Destiny, and I'm not saying for no reason, and I'm not being one of those dudes that just don't like something because everybody else likes it. But I have this big problem where you have a game like Grand Theft Auto. You see how big it is. You see how much I could play that shit. Like I've never been, for the exception of Red Dead Redemption, I've never played online gaming. I never played a game online for so long. I'm at like level 1. I think I'm at 130 right now, and I've spent so much time in there. But you have all that DLC for free, and they give you heists, they give you missions, they give you cars, they give you new death matches, new all kinds of modes and whatnot. But then people are still playing Call of Duty. When it's like the same shit over and over again. So that's my gripe with games like Call of Duty and Destiny. Like Battlefront, oh, that's a game I got. But that's another game that it's fun. It's fun as hell, but it gets boring really fast. But yeah, I haven't played that many games this year, so got to change that next year. Yeah. But I don't know. Nothing really caught my eye like that. Like I guess it's not that I'm falling out of gaming. It's just that I guess when you have a game like Grand Theft Auto and how big it is, like Fallout's a game I would love to play, but you need to invest time in it.
Yeah.
Like Shadow of Mordor, you played that, right?
Oh, yeah, very nice game, very nice.
I had it, popped it in for a little bit, stopped playing it, not because it was bad, but just because I think I wanted to play something else or do something else. And then, yeah, I traded it in eventually, because I think that was to get Rock Band or something like that. I still want to get it. They got like the definitive edition. But yeah. Gaming for 2016 is a must. Movies for 2016 is a must. Music is easy because you can just download it, walk while you know.
And Vahina 2016.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I know. It's wishful thinking.
Yeah, we could try it.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, try as hard as you can.
Yeah, I don't know.
You grow out your beard more. Put some Afro sheen in your
There you
beard.
go. Some berries and oils.
Look like black dynamite on your
There you
face. And then yeah, maybe it'll happen.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, you definitely got to come to a lot of conventions with us.
Hell yeah, son.
It's a fun experience. I mean, you get to meet people. And it'll definitely motivate you to draw more. I guess that's what it does for me when I go to these conventions. It's like shit. I gotta step my game up.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta get to Yuminga's level.
Ha! You heard that? Nah.
You can do it. You just gotta believe.
Yeah, right. 2016, new joke.
Oh man, yo, we should really hit up the gym.
Fuck out of here, my lazy ass. Hell no, I'm too tired.
I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm just gonna be like,
Ass. And then just leave.
yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck the gym.
So yeah, 2016 should be a very, very interesting year.
I hope so.
So what we gotta do is this weekend, providing that our money is decent, go see Hateful Eight.
Hateful Hogan.
Or if the Revenant comes out, because I know it's supposed to be released worldwide. I think it's the 8th, so I don't know. Is that this weekend? Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, I think it is this weekend. So if Revenant is out, we'll go see one or the other, and then we'll give it a nice little review, talk about it in depth.
Just get Chromecast.
And we can't bring Lisa because she'll fall asleep. Oh man.
Like she did with Spectre. Whatever.
Spectre. Yeah.
Spectre. Fuck it.
Oh, you know what? You watch a lot of TV shows.
Not really.
You don't?
No, I'm poor. I don't have TV.
You're a liar.
I don't have TV.
You're a liar.
Back in the days when I had TV, but I don't have TV.
Oh, with the antenna and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't got no antenna. I got no channels. All I got is my Xbox. I don't even play that shit.
So you don't watch Flash, Arrow, none of that?
I watch that shit on my phone, son. My phone's my new I got my flat screen plasma.
There you go. So are you up to date with that for the most part?
Nope, not really. I think I'm behind like one episode each movie. Each show.
Not that bad.
Yeah, very nice.
It's better than me. I seen one episode of Flash. I seen like half the first. I seen the first half of Arrow.
Fucking seasons behind.
I've seen like 3/4 of Daredevil.
Oh yeah, I need to see that.
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Yeah, we should watch it together.
A Netflix exclusive.
I haven't seen Jessica Jones yet.
But yeah, get Chromecast. We can watch it. Man, I'm at both of them.
I have. Oh, you could watch it from my thing. Yeah. There you go. Very nice.
Get Chromecast. We'll look it up.
There you go. Now we have a new tool to do things when we're poor.
Yeah, exactly. Chromecast, what, $30, and that's it. $30 and watch movies off of whatever the fuck you got on your phone.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So yeah, Revenant or Hateful Eight this weekend, and then we'll come back to you guys with the new review. And yeah.
Yep. That's right.
I got distracted by the TV. I gotta stop doing that shit. I'm over here dying, and I don't know what's going on in my head. For all I know, I could listen to this podcast. It's probably gonna be like, "Daddy, I will."
Yep.
Nah. But yeah. So, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you, everybody. Love you.
Yeah, we
not really, but
it would be nice if Nick talked about more shit.
I don't know
but,
shit. That's why I don't talk.
He's locked in his room with the 4 walls.
There you go. And staring at my ceiling.
There you go. And I always invite him to sleep over here, but
nope.
He doesn't want to, so
nope.
that's his loss. I'll get him a nice little cot.
Nope.
Sleep on the floor.
No.
Blow up mattress.
Nope.
And there you go. You could watch all the things. You could watch the TV. Just put the headphones on and the remote. But see, it's his own fault. He'd rather be in the 4 walls.
Yes.
Nope.
That is my fortress of solitude.
But yeah, we want to keep doing this and bringing it to you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. If not, we are not sorry. Go watch Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Or go watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
President Trump.
Oh man, hopefully I don't die too, because yeah, I probably got pneumonia or something like that or whatever. So yeah, if I don't die, we're gonna keep this going. Or even if I do die, I'll just learn some. I'll go to wherever Yoda learned how to manifest his body after death, and I'll bring you guys podcasts after death. There you
Yeah.
go.
Podcast afterlife.
I'll be better than
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
All right, guys. So we've been dragging this on, but
Yeah.
thank you guys for listening again. Hope to see you guys come around next week and the week after or whatever, however we format this. But yeah, make sure you guys, if you're listening to this on iTunes, subscribe. Leave us a rating, leave us a review. If you're listening to it on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Danny Darko TV. We'll have a playlist specifically for Successfully Failing Podcast as well as all my other shit there. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit the share button. Hopefully I'll get around to getting all this stuff on SoundCloud. There's been kind of a difficulty with that. If you wherever you guys are listening, you know, share, like, comment, and any little thing go a long way. And again, this has been the Successfully Failing Podcast, brought to you by Inbeon Studios and Field Magazine. And on behalf of Nick, this is Danny. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, The Real Danny Darko. I am Danny Darko.
I am.
Bak Bakwe. I am Group. But yeah, now make sure you guys follow us. Links will be on the... links will be everywhere.
Everywhere.
But yeah, thank you. Very nice.
Thank you, everybody.
Merry
Drink
Christmas.
drugs and do milk.
Word, turn up. 2015, 2016, New Year, Moon.
Always.
Whoop, whoop.
Crib.
New Year, New Me.